It's such a pretty spring day today, and my mission for the next few months is going to be to become a gardening lady and to turn our home in the suburbs into more of a cottage garden vibes. So first off, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ruby. I am definitely not, I wouldn't call myself a gardener. I think I own like a handful of houseplants. I have zero knowledge on anything that has to do with gardening, but I am determined to learn a lot and make a lot of mistakes and turn this whole backyard and our front area into a cottage oasis, just a happy place. So that is what this channel is going to be dedicated to. We are in North Alabama. I am in zone 8A for reference, and here shortly I'm going to give you a tour of what we're working with, and then hopefully we can get it looking pretty good by the end of the season and then for years to come. We just bought this house in 2023, so we haven't owned it for that long, and like I said, I was never taught to garden, so I don't really have a lot of garden knowledge, but that's okay. We have Google, and my mom loves to garden, and she just does not think about things twice. I am an overthinker, so we're gonna lose the overthinking and we're gonna take a lot of action this year. That's what I am manifesting. So let's go ahead and start off with the biggest bed that we have, and probably the biggest project, which is going to be the back bed here. This is probably what's going to need the most work, is this whole back side. It's the only bed we have other than the front yard, which you will see here later. I've already started to do some work on it, but it is going to need a lot more work. The only things that are staying here is going to be these 3 larger trees that you see. They do flower like later in the summer. And then we've got 2 azalea bushes. This azalea bush that's not doing so good. And I don't think that there's any azaleas on that side, which is odd. But this is just super overgrown. As you can see, we haven't really done anything to it to maintain or upkeep it for like 3 years since we've lived here. So it is definitely past time to figure out what we want to do with it. Now the next biggest task is this tree. So this is a maple tree, I believe. And it's so hard working with this tree because of these roots. It likes to have the roots like over on top of the soil, from what I read. So before I did any research, I thought that just doing a raised bed would kind of help with the roots. And then I started doing more research, and it turns out you can actually kill your tree. So we definitely love this tree. It provides like so much shade during the summertime. So that's why you see all of that stuff there, because this bed is currently going to be undone so that the tree will hopefully make it. Yeah, we're just gonna rip all of this out, undo the stone here, and we're gonna figure out another way to make it look pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna visit the last bed, which is going to be a bed in the backyard. This was overtaken by a dewberry vine, and it took me days to get it out. All of this is empty so far, and then this corner that leads to the back gate is also empty. I want this to be my peony area. I would love for that because I already have one white peony. I do not know the name of it. It was here when we bought the house, and I love it so much, and I want to just have a bunch of peonies here. This iris, I believe it's what it is. That's what it is. I'm gonna keep here for maybe this season, and then I will pull it all out, or I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest. I'm also thinking something like a wall fountain here, or something that climbs. Anyways, lots of different plans. We will definitely see. We need some window boxes for the back of the windows. So we've got pretty much a blank slate all through this other side, both sides of the yard. Imagine, just take a second and imagine like 2 or 3 arches with like blooming roses right here as you come in, because usually when we come in through the side gate, we come in through this side. I can't stop thinking about it, and I think that's what I'm gonna do here. It gets morning sun and afternoon shade, so I think it gets enough sun for the roses to be pretty successful here. But yeah, imagine just coming in through some roses, and then I still have to brainstorm. I mean, it's just a blank slate here, so you can do so much. Okay, and here is the invasive vine I was telling you about. It blooms those white blooms in the springtime, but they're just everywhere here. And this whole bed is gonna get torn down anyways, because we are gonna try this season to do an extension on the driveway. So all of this just needs to come out in general. All right, we also need a solution for the mailbox. This is a volunteer, I'm blanking on the name, but it's a volunteer tree, and it needs dug out. And this whole section here just needs redone. So that's another project. We have a small little tree right here in the front, and it'd be great if we could do some kind of bed, but we have a similar root issue here too. Okay, so this bed, definitely we need something that's a little bit lower maintenance. They are holly bushes, I believe. I'm not sure what kind of bushes these ones are, and I'm pretty sure they're hostas down there growing. But there's a bunch of just volunteer trees and different kinds of things shooting through here. It just needs to look 100 times better. So that'll be another big project, big bed that we can figure out. Like all of these volunteer trees just popping through. I will probably pull these up and put them throughout the maple tree in the back and see how I like that. We move along to this side wall. All of this needs to just get taken out, and these bushes as well. I'm thinking doing an espalier with star jasmine through here, because I want something that is very flush to the wall, because there's a walkway here. And then the front area, only about half of it gets sunlight, and then this, it's so much shade. I don't think it ever gets sunlight. So that is it for today, I think. I hope it wasn't too boring, and I will see you guys again as I begin updating and working on the back every few days. I have a 1-year-old, and we are also going to be working on a budget too. So It's going to definitely be a work in progress for a little bit, but I'm so excited, and I just can't wait to see how it transforms throughout the seasons. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.